Who is Abdul Sattar Edhi? Abdul Sattar Edhi was a Pakistani philanthropist and humanitarian who dedicated his life to helping the less fortunate in Pakistan. He established the Edhi Foundation, which provides medical aid, disaster management services, and other forms of assistance to those in need throughout Pakistan. Here we will explore how he has made an impact on society with his selfless dedication. The life of Abdul Sattar Edhi. Abdul Sattar Edhi was born into poverty in 1928 in a small village of Bantwa near Junagadh, Gujarat, British India. When Edhi was just 11 years old, his mother was paralyzed and later developed a mental illness. Abdul Sattar, a young man, committed himself to taking care of all of her requirements, including cleaning, bathing, changing clothes, and feeding her. She lost the battle against the illness, and over time, she became more and more helpless. Young Edhi was left with an enduring impression of her continued pitiful state. Compared to other people his age, his life's trajectory changed. He was severely hindered in his academic endeavors and was unable to finish high school. He turned the realm of suffering into a teacher and a repository of knowledge. At age 19, Edhi's mother passed away. His own experience made him consider the thousands and millions of others who are suffering like his mother and have no one to care for them. He believed that he was called to assist these folks. To ease the suffering of those who were afflicted by illness and maltreatment, he saw a chain of hospitals and charity centers opening. The life of establishing the foundation, he felt personally obligated to take on the task of creating a system of services to lessen human suffering, even at this young age. He lacked resources for the enormous task. Nonetheless, he had to do something, even if it meant going out onto the streets to beg for money. In 1947, Edhi and his family moved to Pakistan. Abdul Sattar Edhi began working as a street vendor before transitioning into a commission-based fabric salesperson in Karachi's wholesale market. After working in this position for a few years, he decided to start a free dispensary with the help of some neighbors. He got involved in this charitable endeavor, but his unique vision of a rapidly expanding system of diverse services eventually led him to decide to form his own welfare trust, which he called the Edhi Trust. Marriage. Edhi's family. In 1965, Abdul Sattar Edhi wed Bilquis, a nurse who worked at the Edhi pharmacy. 2 daughters and 2 sons make up the couple's 4 children. Establishing the foundation.
Simplicity. Edhi maintains a very straightforward and modest way of living despite his tremendous renown and the enormous sums of money that pass through his hands. He shares a 2-room flat with his family that is close to the foundation's headquarters. Neither Bilquis nor Edhi is paid a salary. They are supported for the rest of their lives by the income from government securities that Edhi purchased many years ago. This allows them to focus solely on their missionary work. He avoids publicity because of a desire to avoid appearing arrogant. People began asking Edhi for the role of principal guest on major events as his reputation and fame rose and his name became a household term. Edhi stated, "I want to advise the people not to invite me to social events and inaugural ceremonies," in an interview he gave to a journalist in Lahore in 1991. "My time, which is entirely devoted to the welfare of our people, is being wasted by this."
मैं तो फकीर हूँ, आज लोग मुझे मलंग कहते हैं, लेकिन सियाचिन से लेकर नगर पार तक सारे पाकिस्तान में सेंटर है, होम फॉर होमलेस, न जात पात न मजहब, सिर्फ इंसान इंसान। मैं हूँ अब्दुल सत्तार एधी, मैं हूँ पाकिस्तान।